Good morning, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? As you come in, please smash that like button, whether you're watching on my channel or Bob's. Um, I'm not sure. I think Bob may be having some internet issues because uh, he's not here with us yet, but I'm sure he'll come on as we get into it. So yeah, guys, please smash the like button as you come in, and good to see you all. So how's everyone doing? Please let me know where you're coming in from as you come in. Please give me a shout out from wherever you are in the world. We've got quite a few people in the live so far. So let us know. Oh, okay, here we go. Circle City Carnivore, hi from Indianapolis. How you going? And Josephine, how you doing there? Fluffy Bunny, thanks for joining as a new member. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Great to see everyone here. Okay, we got Wolverine coming in from Southern. Is that Maryland? I'm not sure. MD. So it's soon to be Texas. Okay. And we've got ULT from coming in, ULT Middle coming in from Dallas, Texas. How you doing? Good to see you. Um, so, guys, if you have a question, please let me know. Just put a big Q in front of it. If you've got anything we'd like to discuss, also just chuck a Q in front of that and we can get into that. And yeah, what have you been up to recently, carnivore wise? Um, and so, I'll just as you're coming in, just to let you know again, Bob is meant to be here with us today, but I guess he's having some internet issues because he hasn't joined us yet. I've shot him an email, but I haven't heard from him yet. So he'll probably come in whenever he gets his internet issues resolved. And also, we are streaming to Bob's channel, so yeah, it's we're still on. Okay, melanated phenomenon. Greetings from Jacksonville, Florida. Thanks for coming in. What do we got? Wolverine. I cut out milk finally and feeling better already. Awesome. That's great. That's very nice. Okay. So I don't know if everyone saw the video on the one of the latest videos on my channel. I was completely shocked about my latest cholesterol numbers. So I had my cholesterol or had my blood test done recently because I had to change my health insurer, and got my result the other day. It was completely floored to find out my cholesterol numbers have gone from the high 300s to 109. And, you know, for all this, it, just for me, this kind of is a little bit eye opening in the fact that, you know, the statin pushers are out there saying, come on, you got to go on statins, get your cholesterol below 100 or get it below 150 or get it, you know, down as low as you can possibly get it. You know, this is dangerous. And just naturally, your body goes, you know what? Your cholesterol doesn't need to be high at the moment. I'm going to get it down. And it just reduces your cholesterol. So feels to me like there's nothing to worry about with your cholesterol numbers because mine's gone from like 382, 369 to 109. And you know, again, as I said in the video, I'll probably go and get it tested. Well, I could go and get it tested again today, next week, whatever, and it could be back up to 200, 300. Who knows? Anyway, Um, so that was just an interesting point. Yeah. Um, melanated phenomenon, pharmaceutical drugs off the birds. Yes. Um, okay, Lisa Walton. Hi from Nottingham, not blah, blah, blah. Hi from Nottinghamshire, UK. I got my cholesterol results today too. I was told they are too high. Yeah, too high according to who? So the thing is, the numbers that they have as the normal range are based on a sick population. Like it's a normal range based on, a whole lot of sick people. So is your cholesterol really high? Or is your cholesterol normal because you're healthy and, the majority of people aren't? So for me, I take it with a grain of salt. Okay. Do 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 do. Ult middle, ULT middle. Sorry, I'm not sure how I should pronounce that. Opinions, please. Is it more respectful to decline a prescription for statins or accept the script and never take it, then find another doctor? It matters to me. Oh, this is an interesting one. So, what I would, so I'll tell you what I would do in this situation. Um, I'm kind of, I tend to be in the first instance of things, I tend to be a little more kind of, you know, respectful. I don't want to call it respectful. I don't know if you like, and just say, yeah, okay, I'll take it, and then not fill it. But when it's continued, when I feel like the doctor isn't listening to me, or when I feel like the doctor doesn't actually care, and every time I go to see a doctor, you kind of get the same response, like they're not listening to you, they're just writing down what you're saying and they're going, yeah, 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 here's the drugs. Then eventually I'm just going to go, hey buddy, you're not listening to me. I'm not going to take these. Here's the reasons I'm not going to take these, and walk out, because I'm going to get to the point where I realize they're not listening to me anyway. So I may as well get my true feelings off my chest. So I kind of start with a more softly approach and go, yeah, I'll just take it and not feel it. But then later, kind of, if they're not listening, I'll get angry with them. That's my take on it anyway. Interested to know other people's takes. Okay, Circle City Carnivore. My blood pressure diastolic measurement is regularly in the 90s. Do you know if there's anything I can do to help lower that with the carnivore way of eating? That's a good question. I'm not a doctor, so I don't have a good answer. Um, my all I can tell you is my experience, and my experience is that my blood pressure is actually on the low side most of the time. Um, and yeah, so I'm probably not a good person to be answering this. Um, but it's probably not what the mainstream would tell you in as far as you've got to cut out salt. It's probably not that. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't got a good answer for you, Circle City Carnival. Um, Tall Cedars, doctors know when we don't pick up prescriptions, so it's best to decline their offer. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Is that just is that just in the States? I'm not sure how it works, because I guess in Japan they probably would, because most of the time the pharmacy that they recommend you go to is connected to the medical center or the clinic that has given you the prescription. So they probably know in Japan. Doth carnivore. Okay. The only medicine our body needs are meat and electrolytes. Very true. that seems to be the case. Um, cheers, Circle City Carnivore. Okay. So, guys, we've got 31 people in the stream at the moment. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash like, and that will bring some more people in and we can get more of a discussion going. If you've got any questions or discussion points at all, please put them in and I'll get to those. And as I say, I think Bob's having some internet issues, so he's not with us today. So at the moment, but I'm sure he's also in the middle of kind of moving and stuff. So that may have caused an internet, caused some problem with his connection or something like that. So yeah, if he comes in, he comes in. If he doesn't, this is still streaming on his channel, so no problem at all. Mandy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, my daily therapist. Thank you very much. Um, yeah. So, what is everyone? So, here's some news. Um, I'm on day 4 of a fast at the moment. This is so I'm about 80. What would I be now? I would be 86 hours into a fast. And this is the longest fast I've ever done. And hey, Kate, and I am not doing it for any particular reason other than kind of day one. I felt like I'm not so hungry today. Don't really feel like eating. And so I didn't eat. And then after that, I thought, oh, I'll just see how long this goes, just out of interest, because I've never done more than a 48-hour fast. So I'm not like I've got to get to 6 days or 7 days or 8 days or anything like that. I just feel like let's just see how long this goes. When I feel hungry, I'll eat. And the interesting thing is that the reason I just hadn't kind of mentioned this off the top is because I am not even thinking about it. I'm not even thinking about food. It's really weird. Um, so yeah, like I said, what's that? 86 hours in, about that. It's probably a little bit longer. Yeah, so 72 hours is 3 days, right? So um yeah, I'm 80 something hours in and not thinking about food at all. It's really, really quite a weird feeling. And got up earlier today than I have for a long time. Um, but yeah, that's where we are. So what's the longest you've fasted? Is it a few hours, few days? Um, interested to know how long you've done it. What will you break your fast with? Probably I'll be breaking my fast with some eggs. And the reason I'll be breaking my fast with some eggs is because that's all that's in the fridge at the moment. So I've got kind of an emergency pack of eggs in there just if I do feel hungry. Because, like I say, I'm not going for any particular goal, just, see how I go. Yeah. And uh, prolonged fasting. Did you have pressing duties to perform that helped you ignore the habit of eating? No, I didn't. I didn't have anything at all. Um, yeah, it was quite unexpected, actually. Sorry, guys, just a moment. I'm just checking messages to see if there's some message coming through from Bob. Just one second. Just got to send a quick message, guys. I'll keep talking as I'm sending this message. Da, da, da. And yeah, so I think the next question there. Okay, that wasn't from Bob. Okay. Cherie, I've done 5-day fast. I always used to go into ketosis first, or it's impossible. Yeah. Um, so I mean, I guess I was in some level of ketosis, but yeah, I never really. It's so weird that this point I'm kind of not. Yeah, even when I think about food, it's not like, oh, that would taste really, really good. Oh, delicious. That's mouth-wateringly delicious or anything like that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Um, Healthy Holly, 5 days for me, struggling to do any long fasts right now, though. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm on day 4, but and not feeling hungry, but then when I think about 5 days, that's kind of feels a little bit long for me. So I'm probably gonna break it before then. Mandy, wow, Dave, 24 hours hard enough. What drinks? I definitely need to reach 36:48 for health reasons. So drinks, water, and boiled water with salt in it. And of course, I'm taking some electrolytes as well. So like I'm having, of course, the salt, and also uh, I'm also what do you call it? Having magnesium and sorry, I've just seen another comment coming up that I'll show on screen in a second. Um, and potassium. And the comment that I was kind of loving, an LDL of 109 means your brain is eating itself. Oh, my brain's disappearing. It's good to see you, Aid. Um, so my brain is going to be, there's going to be nothing left in my brain in a second. Do you make just ground beef or farm patties? Thanks for your stream. So for me, I I don't I've and I've got some theories about my LDL actually. And this is one of them. It's related to ground beef. Um, we always talk about saturated fat is, saturated fat is terrible and it's bad, or the mainstream does anyway. It's bad. That's going to increase your cholesterol and all bad things are going to happen. So, there's a lot of rendered fat with ground beef. Um, I haven't been eating ground beef as much recently. And I think perhaps that could be a reason the LDL's dropped. Because maybe I'm eating less rendered fat now because I'm eating kind of, sliced beef that's just got fat on it, rather than, all this kind of rendered fat like that's, yeah, just at the bottom of the pan. The other reason, and yeah, so, but when I was eating ground beef, I wasn't, to finish this question, I wasn't forming patties with it. I was just kind of cooking it up and then putting it on top of my eggs. Um, and then eating it all with a spoon like a 2-year-old. But yeah, so what else was I going to get to? Oh, and to the LDL. So my theory about the LDL going down is that it's potentially something to do with maybe the amount of rendered fat that I'm eating now, or um, it also, someone suggested that it might be the coffee thing, because there are some compounds in coffee that interact with cholesterol. And maybe the fact that I haven't been drinking coffee, that's another reason. So, yeah. Um, okay. So, Bob slacking. Yeah, what's going on? I still haven't got an email from him. That message wasn't from him. Let me just double check that messages while I read this one. Circle City Carnivore. I found fasting hard with my coffee and cream addiction. Um, yeah, so actually, that's interesting that you point that out because um, I had struggled with fasting. I had struggled with fasting initially, like a month or so ago, because I wasn't drinking coffee. Because before, when I've done the couple of 48-hour fasts before, that was easy, relatively easy for me because I think when I was drinking coffee, coffee's a bit of an appetite suppressant. So if you're kind of feeling hungry, you're kind of like, I really need to eat something. You can go and have a coffee. And like I just drink black or did drink black coffee. And that would kind of make you feel like, okay, well, I've got something. It's kind of like when you're a smoker and you don't eat as much, because you can light up a cigarette. I think it's like that kind of suppresses the appetite a little bit or psychologically. And yeah, but just this time it just kind of happened organically. Um, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Um, so Sheree, I think you're fat adapted. You're intuitively eating or not. Yeah. Um, yes, Aid, that's scary. You're making me scared. My brain's being eaten. There's zombies eating my brain, and so where are we? Are you in Australia or in Japan? I've tried to figure it out. I'm in Japan. I'll be in Australia in 2 weeks. So, like exactly 2 weeks from this time, I'll be sitting on a plane, um, and heading to Adelaide, and then I'll be in Adelaide and then Brisbane for about a week or so, and then coming back to Japan. Um, okay, but I've lived in Japan for 18 years now. Aid, I make my own ground beef mince, 10% beef heart, 20% beef liver, 30% beef fat, 40% beef meat, nutritionally dense superfood. I make it into patties, rissoles, serve medium. Yum. Okay. See, you see, this is the problem. It's not as bad as usual. Like, all the talk about food in a live stream will make me hungry. Normally because I wouldn't have had breakfast. When this live stream is happening, but it's not as bad as normal because this kind of fast, day 4 of this fast. Um, do do do. Circle City can't. It's the coffee, not the cream. Yeah. I hope Bob is okay. He's late to his own stream. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I'm assuming he's just having internet issues, and that is potentially part of the fact he's about to move as well. Like, he's getting ready to go to Texas, and as part of that, he might have organized cancellation of all his services, and they may have accidentally canceled his internet early or something like that. Because he has got the stream is on his channel, um, so it may be something to do with that. G'day, Paul. How you doing? And many solid fats, all animal or fatty cuts I love, but doesn't keep me healthy. Makes me overtired and excessive weight gain leaner for me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think like we talk about the amount of fat that people eat, and the fattier the better and all that kind of thing. I think you're your body is pretty good at telling you what you actually need. And if you're if if you're kind of comfortable eating a particular level of fat or a particular level of lean meat, and that you kind of feeling full and satiated and everything's good, then that's good for you. Like, I don't mind fatty cuts of meat, but I'm not like, oh yeah, I love lots and lots and lots of fat, And if I eat a lot of fat, then I'm straight in the bathroom. So yeah, I think for everyone it's kind of different and you got to find your right level. So if that's working for you, Mandy, that's great. Yeah. Um if the leaner cuts are working for you. Yeah. Okay. Hey, note most fat on beef is actually monounsaturated. This is super healthy. Beef also contains saturated and polyunsaturated fat too, which is also perfectly healthy. Yeah, I've heard Zoe Harcum talk about this. Like the main, I kind of keep saying the mainstream, like the regular way of thinking, or you know the mainstream way of thinking is that, oh, meat is all saturated fat and it's awful. But heard Zoe Harcum talk about how actually saturated fat is a small component of it relatively. So yeah, um, good point, Aid. Lisa, I love coffee, but it gave me headaches and the jitters. I have it up. I gave it up about a year ago. I am much more chilled now, and I still love the smell, though. Yeah, the smell is still kind of, it's a pleasant reminder for me. But yeah, it gives you the jitters. I think it increases, you know, it can increase your blood pressure and things like that. It's probably not the best for you. Um, but I do understand anyone that drinks it, because it, I could easily go back to it. If I had one, I would be back very quickly. And I enjoy it. But at this point, I'm happy not to be drinking it because it interferes with my sleep. Um, yeah. So, any more questions, guys? Or I guess Bob's probably, his internet's down. He's probably um and yeah, and that's why he can't even comment in the live stream, I guess. Um so any more questions, guys, or we might call this one a bit early today. Um yeah, this has been a bit weird because yeah, I wasn't expecting to be doing this one alone. Um Okay, 8. I was doing clean streak carnivore for 18 months before introducing coffee for 3 months. It really caused problems with my sleep and weight loss. Yeah, it's even like I never stopped between going from a regular diet into carnivore, and my sleep improved, but I still realized that it was just not good for my sleep. And I tried giving it up for a little while, and the sleep improved a lot, and that's how I knew I had to keep trying to give it up, because I was chasing that better sleep. Question: what's the weather like today in your part of Japan? It's sunny and warm here. Well, I'm looking forward to getting to some of that sunny and warm, because it's starting to get very, very chilly here. Yeah, it's dry at the moment, but the rain has been sporadic over the last couple of weeks. But it's getting really chilly, and you can see I'm still in the habit of wearing t-shirts, and inside it's okay, but when I go out, I realize, oh, okay, it's getting a bit too cool for that. Um, Tall Cedars, how much fat is in the pan when you cook store-bought mince? How much? So, I don't if I talk in grams, so if I'm cooking 600 grams of, um, ground beef, I would have, I don't know, how much would I have? To be about would it be 50 milliliters or something of rendered fat? Something like that? 50 milliliters? Would it be somewhere between 50 and 100 milliliters, I guess? But that's a gross estimation. Um, and I'm not sure. I can translate 600 grams to pounds. That's about a pound of beef, but I'm not sure how to translate milliliters. Um, yeah, like half a cup. Summarized it very nicely for me there, right? Thank you. Um, yeah. Um, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it today. Because yeah, I'll send. I might send Bob a few more messages, and yeah, thanks for joining, guys, and I will see you probably. And we won't see you in 2 weeks because I'll be on a plane in 2 weeks, but probably 2 weeks after that we'll be back on. So in about a month's time, we'll do another live stream, guys. And Aid, I will see you soon. And yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for your likes. And yes, indeed, 7 days without beef makes one week. So my fast is probably going to be less than 7 days. See you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.